MTD CNC, bringing you the latest engineering news, reviews, events and special offers via video media.
Mark, this is quite an interesting machine we've got here. This is the Muratec MW40.
Yes.
Just give me a little bit of an idea about what the machine is.
Well, this is the smallest entry-level Murata they do in terms of the parallel spindle design. The idea of having two spindles side by side is that you end up with a much smaller footprint than you would do if you had an inline spindle machine. This machine manages to accommodate both X, Y and Z, driven tools on all stations in such a very, very small footprint. The machine is available either with or without the gantry. If you have it without a gantry, then you can see the footprint. It's about 1.8 metres long.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was trying to, was questioning myself as to where is the benefit to having that as opposed to the opposing spindle, and I thought mainly it's down to the footprint. Is there any limitations though with having it in this parallel plane?
There are, yes. I mean, obviously you can't have a tailstock with the machine, so you're limited on the length of the part. But then the limiting factor, it doesn't really come into the equation because normally you'd be loading with a gantry anyway, and you wouldn't be loading long parts. So it's designed for small components, small prismatic machine components as well.
So how many machines would you sell of these without the gantry? Not many.
Well, in the UK in this year we've sold probably 50-50 with or without gantry. The benefit of the machine, if I just go on the benefits without the gantry, is that if you had, for argument's sake, an Op10 and an Op20, okay, typically you'd have two separate single spindle lathes which would be probably facing each other, so the operator can work between the two. With this machine, the operator stands in one place with both spindles available to him, and he hasn't got to keep moving parts around. The benefit as well is that you can run two separate components, two completely different jobs on either spindle. It doesn't have to be an Op10, Op20, it could be two Op10s, two Op20s, or completely different family of components.
So, and it's pretty quick. It looks like a fast machine.
It is, yeah, because obviously you're not moving too far in terms of its X, Y and Z axis strokes.
It's all about acceleration.
It's all very compact, yes. Yeah. But the machines, Murata are very, very good at making machines that are very thermally stable. Accuracies that they promote 2 microns on roundness, repeatability. So it's a very, very stable, strong machine, but it will last a very long time as well.
So it fits quite neatly into the Matsuura portfolio with the types of things that you're mentioning.
Yes, I mean the two ranges complement each other. Matsuura, obviously, we sell high-value prismatic machining centres. The Murata is probably on a par in terms of the quality, but from a turning perspective.
And on the turning side, we've got the turrets with driven tools.
Yep.
What about if we wanted to, and I haven't looked in detail, but if we were looking at off-centre machining like Y-axis and things like that?
It's the MW40, even with a small compact footprint, you've got plus minus 25 mil on the Y-axis.
So it is really for small parts. Let's look at the loading, because I know here, what are we doing here?
Well, one of the things that Murata do is that they're very good at integrating some form or some level of automatic loading into it. It's very rare that we have just a machine, drop it on the floor and it works as a 2-axis lathe. There's always some level of integration. On the system we have here, we have a bowl hopper, which is randomly picking parts out that in the correct orientation, delivers them down the part chute for the robot to then pick up. So you've then got an Op10, you've got a turnover station, Op20, and then we're feeding out the other end with a conveyor.
So is this a standard product, what we've got here?
In this, guys, yes. Murata would probably say there is no standard machine. Everything is slightly different. With this system, it's designed for small, maybe cast components, small forgings.
In high volume?
In high volume, yes. Yeah.
And to summarise then, or to finalise, is this all Murata? There's no third-party componentry. Is this a Murata?
This is all Murata. And what Murata are very good at as well is, for argument's sake, we have two spindles. Maybe you have a situation where you need a third spindle. So what Murata would do is you'd have a single spindle, same configuration, parallel spindle lathe, but you bolt that on the end. So you'd have an Op10, Op20 and Op30. Or, for argument's sake, you could have an Op10 with a 10-minute cycle time, an Op20 with a 5-minute cycle time. So you'd have two Op20s to cater for the throughput of the first one.
So if I was looking at the two solutions, this or a twin turret, twin spindle machine with a similar size capacity, where's this going to be better suited to? What type of parts?
If it's an MW, then it is forgings, it's castings, it's pre-machined components, but volume.
And you're looking for a smaller footprint, hence.
Yes. Compact design, small footprint. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much, Mark. Very interesting.
Thank you.
For more videos, products and news, go to mtdcnc.com or follow MTD Online on Twitter.